streetwood rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with GUIZHONG before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
GUIZHONG is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
Watch the sunrise along the coast as we're both getting old. I can't describe just one more time before we float off in the wind. And all the time we spent waiting for the light to take us in have been the greatest moments of my life. I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, I've got a smile on my face. Save your tears, it'll be okay. You're here with me. Oh, 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 oh. I can't describe. Oh, oh.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. And when she was sad, I was there to dry her tears. And once she was happy, so was I. When she loved me, through the summer and the fall, we had each other. Then was all just she and I together, like it was meant to be. And when she was lonely, I was there to comfort her. And I knew that she loved me. So the years went by, I stayed the same, but she began to drift away. I was all alone. Still I've waited for the day when she'd say I will always love you. Lonely and forgotten, never thought she'd look my way. And she smiled and helped me, just like she used to do. Like she loved me when she loved me. When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. When she loved me,
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with GUIZHONG concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that GUIZHONG's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that GUIZHONG was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between GUIZHONG and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In GUIZHONG's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. GUIZHONG was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetward Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No, it's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with GUIZHONG was far greater than one's own. Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that GUIZHONG composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with GUIZHONG's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition?
Yelling at the sky, screaming at the world. Baby, why'd you go away? I'm still your girl. Holding on too tight, head up in the clouds. Heaven only knows where you are now. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Never got the chance to say your last goodbye. I gotta move on, but it hurts to try. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I hear our song. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost.
Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after GUIZHONG passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Feeling kind of sick tonight. All I've had is coffee and leftover pie. It's no wonder why. Ooh, still you take up all my mind. I don't even think that you care like I do. I should stop. Heaven knows I've tried. One day I will stop falling in love with you. Someday someone will like me like I like you. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. And of course I'll let you break my heart again. I'm just trying to understand what I am to you, more than songs we've exchanged, midnight calls, sunset views. Promise I don't mean to cry, but I get overwhelmed and confused. If only you knew what I felt like. One day I will stop falling in love with you. Someday someone will like me like I like you. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. Then of course I'll let you break my heart again. Someday, one day, I will stop falling in love with you. Until I do, I'll be thinking of you. Let you break my heart again.
Lantern Right's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although GUIZHONG did not live to see the splendid sights of today, She was as much a hero as any other. GUIZHONG once said, "It takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland." When I see the site of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Andromeda's a big wide open galaxy. Nothing in it for me except my heart that's lazy. Running from my own life now, I'm really turning some time. Looking up to the sky for something I may never find. Stop calling. It's time to let me be. If you think you can save me, I dare you to lift the heart from the depths it's fallen to. We all want something new, but can't seem to follow through. Something's better than nothing, or so that I thought. Now I know it's just one dream. All these others gonna tear me apart. Love is calling. It's time to let it through. Find a love that will make you. I dare you to try. Crazy guy, think this is deep. Think it's meant to be. Want anything I could think of. I'm ready to try. Treat me right, I'm still a good man's daughter. Let me in if I break, and be quiet if I shatter. Get tired of looking